In the bustling town of Figaro, nestled somewhere between the land of conformity and the sea of insecurity, lived a most peculiar pair, Herm the hermit crab and Fifi the flamingo. They were as different as chalk and cheese, which makes one wonder how they ever became friends in the first place. Herm, with his tendency to scuttle into every nook and cranny, often brought shells of unintended puns wherever he went. Fifi, on the other hand, was the graceful member of the pair, always on two legs, figuratively and literally standing above the chaos of life's tides. Their relationship was built on a set of unspoken rules, much like a friendly poker game, where both players have jokers up their sleeves. In every scenario, whether it was Herm losing his shell to a cheeky seagull, or Fifi getting her feathers ruffled during her yoga sessions, they each supported one another. One sunny morning, as the town's clock lizard serenaded them with a vibrant reptilian rendition of an irritatingly catchy jingle, Herm realized he had exhausted his arsenal of natural shells and needed a new home. The townsfolk knew all too well the consequences of a shell-less Herm. Fifi swooped in, graceful as a ballerina on rollerblades, and whispered, "Let's find you the most resplendent shell ever." And so the quest began. They first found the oldest resident of Figaro, Granny Turtle, who lent them her wisdom, but was unfortunately out of shells. Their next stop was at Salty Sam's shell shop. Shells so pretty, you might as well call them shelicious. Sam, an old parrot with a pirate's past, was lamenting the shortage. His supplier had absconded with the last crate of turbo shells. As they ambled along the quay, heads hung low, Herm suddenly perked his antennae. There, partially obscured by seaweed, was the shell of his dreams. It shimmered in the sunlight like a disco ball at a crab rave. However, acquiring the shell was no small feat. It was guarded by none other than Captain Carapace, the crab of the sea, and an old friend to Herm, meaning old enough to still hold a grudge over Herm winning a pinching contest years ago. Fifi, leaning into her unconditional support role, devised a plan that consisted of equal parts charm and absurdity. She challenged Captain Carapace to a dance-off. With moves like the Waddle of Wonder and the Fluttering Frenzy, Fifi's flamboyant display sent the captain into fits of joyous defeat. Triumphant, Herm slid into his new shell like a knight donning armor, his gratitude palpable. "You didn't have to do this, Fifi," he said with sincerity. "Oh hush, Herm," Fifi fluffed. "What's life without a little celebration?" And so, they trotted back to Figaro, secure in their fantastically odd partnership. Their adventure, like their friendship, had reinforced the notion that having someone by your side, no matter if they're a hermit or a flamingo, could indeed be one of life's greatest gifts.